It all started on the Royce Express. The night was still young. I felt like the world was my oyster. I hope those oysters don't come back to haunt me. Ooh, I love a good brochure. But I have other pressing matters to attend to.
Is this the dark chiseled in outline? Yes, I am a little stuck and I need some answers. It's quite a sensitive matter. Excuse me, this is a private conversation.
Sorry. I think she's busy.
I assure you, madame, there are no mice aboard.
I'm telling you, I saw it scurry through a hole in the wall. It's a thief, too. I'm sure it ran off with my bracelet.
Are you sure you have not merely misplaced the item?
Oh, I can hear it in the walls. It's keeping me up all night.
I assure you, the other guests have not reported any scratching or squeaking, madame.
How do you explain the hair in my soup?
Impossible. We maintain the strictest hygiene standards.
It's a thief, too. I'm sure it ran...
I've always been fascinated by these little trolleys.
Sir, you can order from the dining carriage if you're hungry.
Just browsing. It's a very generous likeness of Lady Unterwald. There's not as many wrinkles as the real deal. I don't remember leaving my door open.
There, that should do it.
Hello?
Oh, Mr. Ackerman, I presume. I was just...
Breaking and entering?
On the contrary, I've been sent by our mutual benefactor, Lady Unterwald.
Lady Unterwald, of course. If you've come about the sink, it was like that when I got here.
Oh, there's no need to be humble, Mr. Ackerman. 'Tis I, Herman Merman. Acclaimed novelist, detective extraordinaire. Oh, surely you've read the stories of my cases.
I'm not a big reader of fiction. Sorry.
Ah, well, there's a letter for you on the dresser.
And the suit?
Lady Unterwald believes a change of attire is in order. I'll give you some privacy. Until we meet again, Mr. Ackerman.
What an unusual encounter. I suppose I should read Lady Unterwald's letter. I wonder what Lady Unterwald has in store for me this time.
Dear Arthur, please report to me at your earliest convenience. I have further amendments to make to my estate before the big announcement tonight.
As you know, it's my desire for every passenger aboard the Royce Express to not only enjoy themselves, but to part with a tale worth telling. While the flashy suit provided can be seen as a symbolic gesture of excitement and adventure, it's also a very literal one. Get out of those drab clothes and have yourself a good time. That's an order. Yours sincerely, Lady Unterwald. So, I need to meet with Lady Unterwald in her quarters. Look out, world. Arthur A. Ackerman has some intense lawyering to do. I don't think this is getting fixed anytime soon. I don't think this... A portrait of Lady Unterwald in every room. That's the Royce Express guarantee. Ah, what's better than comfy slippers, a tall glass of milk, and an even taller stack of paperwork? One of my only stipulations for traveling long distances. You've got to have access to a trusty typewriter. Lady Unterwald's eyes follow me around the room. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I think this was Lady Unterwald's husband. I wonder what happened to him. The name's Arthur Ackerman. Pleased to meet you.
Hello? Stop butting in, Hagen. He was talking to me.
No, he was clearly talking to me, Gunther.
Well, I guess I was talking to both of you?
Both of us? At once?
Well, what is it?
Are you both waiting for something?
We're waiting to be seated because someone forgot to make a dinner reservation.
I thought you were going to do it.
And don't even think about cutting in line, Arthur. I have low blood sugar.
Don't worry, I already ate. Still waiting to be seated, huh?
I'm beginning to feel lightheaded.
Where has that infernal waiter got to?
Still waiting to be...
Where has...
Hey, aren't you the Gudrun twins?
That's us.
Of course, you're Lady Unterwald's nephews.
Auntie Unterwald put us in charge of the railway infrastructure.
Tunnels and bridges, to be precise. Although one of those is clearly more important than the other.
Indeed. Which do you prefer, Arthur?
I'm sorry?
What's more important? Tunnels or bridges?
What's your position on viaducts?
Well, those are bridge-like structures. I think that makes you a fellow bridge buff.
No, that hardly counts. They're separate things. Don't try to complicate things, Arthur.
Sorry. Bridges. I often work around my problems.
Ah, so you're a fellow bridge buff.
Ugh, of course you'd side with him.
You spent half the infrastructure budget on those stupid tunnels, Gunther.
And yet, they're still better than your bridges to nowhere, Hagen.
Looking forward to Lady Unterwald's speech?
Oh, yes. I believe Auntie Unterwald is to announce her successor.
Mother says she'll surely keep the estate in the family.
And who better to take over the reins than her most talented nephew?
I couldn't agree more.
I should probably go.
Bye.
Farewell.
Please wait to be seated. I guess it's more of a suggestion. Hello,
Hello.
Arthur Ackerman, at your service.
Suzanne Goldschmidt. Can I help you, Arthur?
What brings you aboard the Royce Express?
Oh, I'm with the band.
You're in a band?
You're looking at the lead singer in Balboa Swing.
Whoa!
What about yourself?
I'm Lady Unterwald's estate attorney.
Ah, so you're a paper pusher.
It has its moments. Sometimes I get to use the rubber stamp. What's wrong with being a paper pusher?
Being a paper pusher isn't a bad thing, Arthur. We just move in different circles, that's all.
Aren't you supposed to be performing right now?
You're starting to sound like my stage manager. They'll call me when I'm needed.
I've been instructed to have a good time.
And you think I'm that kind of girl?
No, I mean...
Relax, I'm just messing with you. They probably just wanted you to loosen up a bit.
Any tips for having some fun around here?
There are some simple pleasures in life we can all follow. Eat, drink, sleep, fun.
Okay, I think I get it.
There's no need to be such a square, Arthur.
I take no issue with the square. Straight angles, all sides equal, perfectly reliable for a shape.
I guess I prefer to talk with people a little more rounded.
I have to go. There's an old lady waiting for me.
Really? Well, I'm not one to judge.
Hello?
Hello again.
Do you really think I'm a square?
Well, a little spontaneity couldn't hurt, Arthur. Maybe it's time to explore some new angles.
I have to go. There's an old lady waiting for me.
Really? Well, I'm not one to judge.
Hello?
The name's Denola, kid. But most people call me Don or Donnie. You get my gist? That's a nice suit. So what's your deal? You some sort of tycoon or something?
Well, not really. You see, there's this old lady who told me to put it on, and I...
Let me stop you there. I don't think I want to know more. Besides, you're killing my vibe with that sweet patootie over there, you dig? Hey, while you're here, you could do me a little favor. You take this note and give it to that dame behind me, will ya?
What is it?
It's a proposal of sorts, requesting we both make tracks to my suite. You get my drift?
I don't like the sound of that. Why is it so damp?
I soaked it in perfume. You don't know squat about wooing a dame, do you?
Gross. I've been asked to give you this.
Is this from that twit that's been making eyes at me all evening? I'd sooner jump out of this carriage window than rendezvous with that rotten egg.
Well, it's scented, at least.
Well, it certainly stinks of desperation.
I'll talk to him later.
A little birdie told me that Lady Unterwald plans to retire.
And how did you happen upon that little nugget of information, my sweet?
You know I can't reveal my sources, darling. They're saying the Gudrun twins are in line to take over next.
Well, I shan't be stepping foot on any train under their control.
Oh, heaven forbid! It'll be carnage. I heard the galley was shut down after a routine health inspection.
Oh, don't tell me that. I just ate.
Now I hear they have themselves a rodent problem.
Stop right this minute.
Did you know the lady has a gentleman caller?
Oh, pray tell.
He's some high-flying tycoon with a penchant for the finer things.
Sounds like he aims to mix business with pleasure.
Excuse me! This is a private conversation.
Hey there.
The name's Ron.
I'm Arthur Ackerman.
Can I help you, Arthur?
Do you know where I can find Lady Unterwald?
Who's that?
Lady Unterwald? Heiress to the Voldbahn Empire?
Uh-huh.
She walks around with a cane? She's really old and eccentric?
Doesn't ring a bell.
You really don't know who Lady Unterwald is?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't ring a bell.
So, you heading anywhere exciting?
Just the bottom of this glass for now.
What's that you're drinking?
It's a mimosa. A bottomless mimosa, if you must know.
A bottomless mimosa?
Mm-hmm. The bartender and I have a mutual understanding. I drink them, and he keeps them coming.
What kind of work are you in, Ron?
I'm an accountant. I'm in accounting.
Wow, talk about a dream job. I've always wanted to perform account analysis. Tell me about the exciting world of accounting. I bet you get to review a lot of financial paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Hot damn! Tell me more about being an accountant.
I'm just here to enjoy a drink, Arthur.
I should be going.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, barkeep.
Ah, what'll it be?
How'd you learn those fancy tricks?
You're looking at 2 weeks of bartending school.
Oh, worth every penny.
My parents would disagree with you.
What's the most difficult part of being a bartender?
To be a great bartender, one must master the art of multitasking and recalling information quickly.
I thought it'd be all the broken glass you have to sweep up. Have you seen Lady Unterwald around here?
Keep walking down the carriages. You can't miss her.
I should get going. What's this?
It's a recorker. It reseals open bottles.
Oh. Can I borrow it?
I guess.
Thanks! Ladder hemstitch, mitered corners, 100% white linen? Whew, these are some high-end cocktail napkins.
You should expect nothing less on the Royce Express.
Oh, are you nearly ready? I'm not getting any younger, dear.
Alas, you cannot rush perfection.
My apologies. Am I interrupting?
Not at all, Arthur. I'll be with you shortly. Pierre should take but a moment. Oh, tremendous! I see even Arthur made an appearance.
I capture every detail in the frame, madame. Exactly as I see it.
Well, I do wish you'd take some creative liberties, dear. We don't want anyone thinking I've got this many wrinkles.
As you wish.
We can attempt another portrait during my speech, if you like. Arthur, I've just signed another amendment to my will. It's by the window.
Of course. I'll keep it safe in the briefcase for now.
You'll have to accept my apologies for all the cloak and dagger theatrics. I must confess, I'm a little nervous about the speech tonight.
Ma'am?
It's going to ruffle some feathers. But do you think any of them are cut out to take over the reins? Bickering sycophants, the lot of them. They're just waiting for me to kick the bucket, you know. Oh, makes my blood boil just thinking about it. Would you be a dear and open the window? It's getting quite hot in here. I need some air.
It seems to be stuck.
Arthur, please leave that alone. Didn't anyone tell you it's rude to go through a lady's drawers?
Sorry.
Arthur, stop that right now!
Won't happen again.
Arthur, if you want to keep your fingers, you'll leave that drawer alone.
I can't help myself. I better not.
That's better. I feel myself again. You might just be the most useful person here, Arthur. It's good to know I can rely on you. Now it's time to gather the family. This old lady's got a speech to make.
Oh, no. I knew I should have upgraded to the anti-gust model. How could I have been so irresponsible? The drawer is stuck. If I wedge something in the gap, I might be able to pry it open. I didn't know Lady Unterwald played an instrument. I've never been painted before. It all happened so fast. The card was signed from a Mr. Jean Liu. A secret admirer, perhaps? The card was signed from a secret... There's a lot of bouquets here. I'm starting to think I should have brought a gift. The will! It's caught on the window! I might still have time to grab it.
Arthur, stop your dilly-dallying.
Coming, Lady Unterwald.
All right, chop chop. Let's begin, shall we?
Are you sure you haven't just misplaced your room keys, sir?
Misplaced? Must I remind you of who I am?
No, sir. You've been very clear.
'Tis I, Herman Merman! Surely you've read the stories of my cases. Herman Merman and the Murmuring German. Herman Merman and the Squirmin' Sherman.
Sorry, sir. Not a big reader.
Oh, not even Herman Merman and the Sermon of Vermin?
No, sir.
Good heavens! My point being, I don't misplace things. I solve cases.
That's excellent news, sir. I'm sure you'll have no problem with the case of the missing room keys.
Well, yes! You're quite right. I smell a rat, and I'm going to sniff them out if my name isn't Herman Merman! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here. There is a killer among us, but I assure you they've made a grave mistake.
They couldn't have accounted for the presence of a world-renowned detective.
There's a detective aboard this train?
Oh, indeed there is.
Well, where are they?
'Tis I, Herman Merman, detective extraordinaire.
And you have experience in solving murder cases, Mr. Merman?
I need not bore you with the details. Let's get straight down to business, shall we? Behold!
Good heavens!
Lady Unterwald's final moments were captured by the renowned speed painter, Pierre Brosse. It's clear that nobody approached Lady Unterwald directly.
That means the attack must have been made from a distance.
Mr. Ackerman, you were safekeeping Lady Unterwald's last will and testament.
That's right. I had to oversee some last-minute amendments to the will.
Are you suggesting this amended will could reveal a motive, Mr. Merman?
Indeed. I believe it to be the smoking gun that will unravel this entire mystery.
Bravo, Herman Merman. Bravo!
Hand me the will, Arthur. We should be able to wrap this up in no time at all.
You're not going to believe this, but,
Wait! You don't have the will? That was your only job!
I hope you weren't counting on it for your big reveal.
Well,
Herman Merman, are you all right?
He's gone quite pale.
I may be hard of hearing, but it sounds like our detective is out of ideas.
Uh-oh. Is that the sound of another tunnel?
No! That's when the killer strikes! Help! Somebody get me out of here!
Herman?
Well then.
What do we do now?